Hello again, welcome to the game that tests your history knowledge and your geography knowledge. It's the TimeGuessr puzzle. We'll be given a series of 5 photos like this one. For each one we have to say where in the world was it taken, and we also have to say when in history was it taken, anywhere from 1900 to the present day. There are points the closer you are, both on the timeline and on the map. I usually aim for about 2/3 to 3/4. Let's see how I get on today, and of course feel free to play along at home. Leave your guesses in the comments or just mentally calculate what you think your score would have been. This one is black and white, which I always find makes it more difficult, because if it's black and white it could be anywhere realistically from about 1900 to about 1980 or 1990. So that's not helpful. I mean, looking at the style of the cars, it's not going to be pre-war, I don't think, but it's also not going to be post-1970. So I'm kind of tempted just to leave it at 1926, which is bang in the middle. Actually, 1963 would be bang in the middle now. I don't know why it still defaults to 62. Anyway, we can zoom in to see if there's any other clues. I would love to be able to read some of the information, but I can't. That might be a word or a location on the number plate. Cobbled streets kind of makes me think Italy, and so does some of the styles of some of these cars as well, but who knows. Oh, I don't know what that says either. Looks like ONIA or ONTA. Again, Spain or Italy is plausible. Let's go just a touch earlier. We'll go 58. And I mean, that's an R, I think. It could say Rome. I don't think it does, but at least it uses letters that I recognise, so it's probably going to be Europe. I don't know. I'm going to go for Milan rather than Rome. I'll hedge my bets just in case it's more in Central Europe. Oh, it is in Rome, and it is 1962. I so almost went, just stick it in 1962, stick it in Rome. I shouldn't have changed anything. I still got 83, but that could have been 100. That was a waste of a few points, but not a disaster. There will be at least one disaster, probably. This one is in America, by the looks of it. I mean, there's always a chance with these. If it's English, then it's going to be Britain, America, or Australia. The problem is, or New Zealand. The problem is those four are just so spread apart. Luckily, I mean, this says NYC, so I'm going to go New York. Of course, just because it says NYC, it could be a New York company advertising somewhere else. I don't know. I think you can't really legislate for that. If it says NYC, I'm going to go NYC. This is not black and white. Arguably, it looks even older than the previous one. All these old tram cars, these old clothes. I'm not going after 1980. Defend America by US Defence. I mean, that could be for any war that they're shouting about. That looks like a guy that I should recognise. I want to say Reagan or Nixon. It easily could just be a completely other random bloke. I mean, it's probably, if that says Kentucky's something. They're advertising Kentucky whiskey, I suppose. Not helpful. What does that say? Hotel New Orleans. I mean, again, we've got New Orleans up here. We've got Kentucky wine or whiskey, whatever it was, over here. The trouble with these ones in America are that they could be anywhere in America. But like I said, grains, spirits, something. It's definitely a New York corporation. Oh, do I go New York? Do I go Kentucky? Jackson, Massachusetts? Maybe? Or am I thinking, that might be Jacksonville, actually. I don't know, I've got to go for something. Let's go 1970, just on the basis that the previous one was in the 60s, so maybe this one will be different. Let's zoom into New York. Is there somewhere a district called Jackson? can't see one on the map, annoyingly. I still think it's overwhelmingly likely that it is going to be New York, so let's just plonk it there. Do we want to plonk it there? I don't know where we want to plonk it. It's on a long straight road, but there's so many of those in America. Let's just put it there. Oh, it was New Orleans. That's so annoying. Why is Hotel New Orleans in New Orleans? You're already in New Orleans. You don't need to advertise your state anymore. Anyway, that's very annoying. It was 1960. Oh, again, I should have just left it at 1962. I did say this one looked older than the previous one, but the fact that it was not in black and white and the previous one was, that's what put me off. I always overthink these things. Oh dear. What is going on here? Red and white. I don't think it's British, though. I had a horrible thought for a second that it was going to be something I really should recognise and don't. This. That's a Cyrillic letter. But, I mean, I can't zoom in anymore, which is a bit of a shame. Because I don't know what's going on. I mean, that's clearly just a massive red and white flag, but I don't recognise it. I don't know what that emblem in the middle is. Can I find one that I can actually zoom into? What red and white flags are there? Northern Ireland. I don't think it's Northern Ireland if that was Cyrillic. Poland, obviously, Indonesia, Monaco, but I'm not sure it's any of those. The fact that it's white, red, white, I'm not sure that is a country's flag, is it? I mean, it's close to Malta's flag as well. This horse does make me think Malta, but I'm just convinced that that was Cyrillic. Bulgaria's flag obviously isn't red and white. What else is in this area? Georgia? It's not Georgia's flag, but of course it could be something to do with Georgia. Oh, it's a tricky one. They're all tricky. Oh, here we go. This is definitely Cyrillic. I cannot read it. E-N-A-R, is that? Don't know what it says. I mean, it looks pretty modern. It's a relatively modern set of traffic lights. It's quite a detailed photo as well. They've got a mask. I'm going to assume it's 2025 just because it looks very recent and there's more 2025 gone than 2026. Where are we going to go? Peace tree flag. Interesting. So it's a march for peace, potentially. But where? Oh, there we go. That's clearly Cyrillic. So I was clearly right about that. So do I go Russia? Would they really be marching like this in Russia? If it is 2025, I don't think it's going to be Russia. It's not going to be Belarus. Latvia uses red and white in their flag, but the other way around. Let's just go to Tbilisi. I don't think it's correct, but I feel like hopefully I'm vaguely in the right area. Oh, it was Belarus, and it was 2020. Interesting. So again, not a complete disaster, but not brilliant on either the location or the year. Oh dear. Oh, this one's going to be even trickier. What on earth are we doing here? 50 years of something. 50 years of immigration from Japan to Brazil? Okay, well I'm definitely going 1958. If this is not in 1958, this is a ridiculous trick. I feel like that is just saying 50 years of Japanese immigration into Brazil. I feel like let's look around a little bit. Javier de Toledo, comprem titulas. Yeah, this is Portuguese or Spanish, isn't it? So, there we go. Casa Sao Paulo. I think let's just assume it's in Sao Paulo and not overthink it. I'm glad it showed me Sao Paulo. I'll be very annoyed if it turns out to be Brasilia, but who knows. It was 58. It was Sao Paulo. That's what we like to see. 99%. A nice easy one there. Oh dear. But we're ending on another impossible one. This is such an old photo. This is terrible quality. I can't see any writing anywhere. Which means... how on earth am I supposed to work out where this is? This is a frozen lake somewhere, isn't it? Or a frozen bit of sea. There's a windmill. If I don't find any other clues, I'm going to have to assume that it's Holland, because I've got a lot of windmills. It's not 1900, because there are ladies that have got parts of their leg showing, which just wouldn't have happened at the end of the Victorian era. But the photo quality just looks so old, but at the same time, there are some slightly more modern things. There's a car. There's a train? Is that a railway line? That is a super old looking pram though. I mean, this could be anywhere and any time from about 1905 to 1950. I think I've got to go pre-war though. Pre-World War II anyway. Do I go pre-World War One? I haven't found any other clues to the location, so I mean, apart from the fact that there's a frozen lake, maybe that means it's going to be somewhere that gets a bit more ice than Netherlands. They're driving on the right hand side of the road? That narrows it down a tiny bit. It's not Britain, it's not Australia. Oh dear, I do not know what's going on. When do I think this was? Let's do the year first. 19. Let's just stick it at 27. That is the point at which I stuck it when I was about to just move it around. But yeah, I don't know if to go earlier or later, so we'll leave it there. We'll go Amsterdam, because why not? But we'll go Amsterdam based solely on this windmill. It was Amsterdam, it was 1950! Wow, that is an awful quality photo. I said it could be anywhere from 1905 to 1950, and I was right, but only just. It was 1950. That's crazy. I'm glad I got the location right, so at least it was only a 50% disaster. Who knew this one was 1950? This looks so much older than the other ones, and it was only about a decade earlier. That's a really difficult one, I think. I'm super happy there to get, what's that, 69%. Not quite 70. So it's more than the it's more than the 2/3 that I said I sometimes aim for. It's less than the 3/4 I said I aim for. There are a few that were not so good, but that was a really tricky set, I think. I'm happy enough with that. Let me know how you got on with this one. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.